So, you're a dog owner here in Palm Coast. You already know what an amazing community this is for our dogs, right? But to really enjoy all of it safely and without stress, finding the right trainer is key. In this guide, we're going to walk through everything you need to know to find that perfect professional for you and your best friend. Just picture it for a second, a totally calm, peaceful walk along the intracoastal. Or maybe you're grabbing a coffee in town center, and your dog is just relaxed at your feet, not bothered by anything. Listen, that's not some far off dream. That's what great training can do, and it is absolutely possible right here. So, what are we really talking about when we say training for Palm Coast life? It's not just about sit and stay, it's about getting your dog ready for our specific spots. The busy trails at Linear Park, the weekend farmers markets. It's about setting them up to succeed and feel confident in our community. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of what actually makes a great trainer. It all starts with understanding their approach, their philosophy, and knowing how to spot the credentials that show they really know their stuff. You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement, and for good reason. It's basically a training method that's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see using things your dog loves, like treats or praise. This builds an incredible bond of trust, makes learning genuinely fun for them, and gives you results that actually stick, all without using fear or punishment. Now, what about all those letters after a trainer's name? They can look kind of confusing, right? Well, let's break it down. Think of something like this CPDT-KA as the bachelor's degree of dog training. It shows they have a solid, tested foundation of knowledge. But if you're dealing with more serious issues like aggression, you'd look for a CPCCKA or CTC, which is more like a master's degree in behavior. These certifications are your shortcut to knowing a trainer is serious about their education and professional standards. All right, let's talk about the practical side of things. What kind of program is going to be the best fit for you? And, of course, what should you expect it to cost? Let's go over the most common options and their typical price points here in Palm Coast. So you've really got two main paths to choose from. Group classes. These are fantastic for teaching your dog to stay focused on you, even with the excitement of other dogs and people around. But what if the issues are happening right there in your living room, like your dog jumping on guests or stealing food off the counter? That's where private in-home lessons are absolute gold. As you can see, costs can vary quite a bit, and that usually reflects the trainer's level of experience and how intensive the program is. But here's a really great tip. A lot of trainers in our area offer a free initial chat or consultation. That is a perfect, no-pressure way to see if they're the right fit for you before you commit to anything. So you've done your research, you've found a few potential trainers. Now what? Well, now it's your turn to interview them. That consultation is your chance to ask the tough questions, so let's make sure you're prepared with the most important ones. The very first thing you want to ask is about their methods and the tools they use. This question cuts right to their core philosophy. You're listening for answers that are all about positive reinforcement. You want to feel confident that they're going to make your dog's well-being the top priority, especially if your dog is a little shy or anxious. Next up, personalization. Your dog is one of a kind, and your lifestyle here is unique, right? A good trainer knows that a one-size-fits-all plan just doesn't work. They should be asking you questions. Do you dream of taking your dog to Washington Oaks Gardens? Or do you just want a peaceful walk around the block? The plan needs to fit your goals. And finally, you want to ask about teamwork. How are we going to know we're making progress? And what's my homework? A real professional will give you clear goals and specific, easy-to-manage things to practice between your sessions. This shows they see you as a partner in the process, and that's exactly what you want. Okay, so you've started training, you're making progress. Now for the fun part. It's time to take those new skills out into the real world. Knowing the local rules and the best places to go will help you and your dog enjoy everything Palm Coast has to offer. This one is simple, but it is so important. In any public area in Palm Coast that isn't a designated dog park, your dog has to be on a leash, and that leash can't be longer than 6 feet. That's the rule. Following it keeps everyone safe and happy on our sidewalks and trails. And here are just a few other local must-knows. A current rabies vaccine is required by law for any dog over 4 months old. It's also good to be aware that nonstop barking can actually be a noise ordinance issue, which is another great reason to work on training. And while you don't need a separate county license, that rabies tag must always be on your dog's collar. We are so lucky to have some incredible places to practice and have fun. We've got fenced-in dog parks for safe off-leash play, We have the linear park system with over 125 miles of trails, perfect for mastering those leash skills. You've got so many amazing options to put your training to the test. When you get right down to it, training isn't just about having an obedient dog. It's about empowering them. It's about giving them the confidence to be a happy, relaxed companion who can be a part of everything you do. It just makes your bond that much stronger. We hope this guide helps you feel confident in your search for the right training partner. A well-behaved dog makes everything more enjoyable, from a simple walk through your neighborhood to having friends over or exploring all the beautiful parks and trails our community has to offer.